If I really wanted to be famous, you have very little faith in me. I am probably, I'm thinking, the last person on this entire earth to do the assumptions tag video. The majority of you guys were actually so nice, and I don't know if it's because that's actually what you guys think, and I don't know if it's because there's a name associated to the assumptions, so like the haters actually didn't just want to expose themselves. But whatever the case may be, we are gonna go through your assumptions. Says, I assume you're a bit late to everything. That's actually false. I actually like to be super early to everything. Rarely am I ever late, and if I am late, I will always tell the person that I'm meeting up with or whoever. I will always let them know. 99% of the time I'm always on time, and most of the time I'm actually early. Do you have a too big heart? I agree with that. I think it's because I'm very motherly as a person. I think I just want to take care of everybody. I think like now, because I've been used and walked all over so much, I have very little patience now for people that are like that towards me, but I definitely still do think I have a very too big heart. This one was actually interesting. I was like, what? But I think this one was really funny. Christian_3237 says that you only date white guys. White guys. White guys. I could kind of see why you might think that, because my boyfriend is half white, but also he is half Asian. So just right there, I'm a little bit confused, because I'm like, my boyfriend is Asian. So do you think that I only date guys who have some white in them? Because if that is what you're saying, then you're also wrong. I wouldn't really say I have a type, but I think for the most part that I've always just been interested in Asian men. So Karen_Wong says, I don't know if this is supposed to be like serious or if you're like making fun of me. Yeah, love your job. I do love my job, if that was the actual assumption. PWA_52 says, you're Pinoy as F and eat rice with every meal. That is like kind of true. I can definitely eat rice at every meal, no problem, because I'm living at home with my parents and we always have rice, so I have no problem eating rice with every meal, and in that case this is true. But when I lived on my own, I didn't really make rice too often. Kowalski says, one of those Filipino girls who like K-drama. Actually no, I don't really like K-drama. I have tried to get into it, like when I was in high school. All of the Asian girls were so about this K-drama life, and I was like, hey, let me watch one, let me see what it is. And I don't even remember which one I tried to watch, but it just wasn't my style. I feel like I really am just a realist, where you go through K-dramas and I'm like, that would never happen in real life. I just don't believe in the whole Prince Charming syndrome. I just really don't. Anywho, Megs says, do you got horses in the back? And let me tell you, I sure as hell do got them horses in the back. There was like so many really nice ones, like you're a really sweet person and fun to be around, and you're a boss ass bitch. Those ones are so nice. You're a fire MLT queen, like my heart. Thank you guys. Two of these ones are actually really funny because they come from my friends. So my friend Syra Mendoza says, I assume that you'll be a great mom. And I don't know why, I kind of just lit up when I saw that, because nobody has ever told me that. Like, nobody has looked at me and been like, yeah, I assume that you're genuinely gonna be a good mom. And I just thought that was really sweet. Obviously, I can't really tell you whether or not that assumption is true, because I'm a great mother to my dog. Don't get me wrong. I live and breathe for this dog, but I just thought that was really nice, so. And my other friend, Kimlee Trong, says, I was scared of you. Is that really an assumption? I don't know, but that's really funny, because I think I just have a bitch face, but I am actually really nice. So y'all don't need to be afraid of me. Brie Kaufman's assumption is you'd make a bomb-ass friend. And let me tell you this is like a Hinge profile or something, a Tinder profile, Bumble, because Bumble is for friends. I would make the best friend for you, okay? I feel like I really do try my hardest in my friendships. Here's the thing about me. When I am in a friendship, I always give 110%. But if I am not, like, if I don't see that being reciprocated towards me, I am very quick to just kind of like back off and be like, okay, you know what, I get that is not our vibe. So at that point, then I will give as much as I get. And I don't know if that's the way that friendships are supposed to work, but at the end of the day, I've been through so many friendships where I give literally my all to a person and then they kind of just F right off and then they're like, see ya, bis, or they only contact me when they need me. I don't have time for people that only have time for me when it's convenient. That's it. Like, I would make a good friend if you also are a good friend to me. Case closed. Nix says brainy because MLS is a very hard program. Thank you, I appreciate that. I personally don't think I'm brainy at all. I think I just can work really hard when I want to, but I personally don't see myself as a normally brainy person. I think I'm intelligent, but I don't think that comes naturally, you know? Ari JYCD96_ says you're generally nice with everyone. That is true. Usually, if I have never met you and I haven't heard that you're like bullying my friend or anything, I am generally a very nice person. I also have like no problem introducing myself or making other people feel welcome. I always just want to make people feel welcome. So first time I'm meeting you, I'm always like very generally like very peppy. Not to say that it's like a fake facade, I just don't want people to feel uncomfortable when they first meet me. So I always try to make new people, like somebody new that I'm meeting, I always try to transition them to feel more comfortable with me. So I'm like, hi, how are you? My name is Diane. Like, what's up? Like, I'll talk very comfortable with a lot of people, unless it's like a professional thing, then like I don't do that. But for the most part, I'm very nice with everybody because why be mean? Jill_RJM says typical Pinay nerd. I don't know what that means. Nor do I know if that's like a diss or just a fact. My parents did not come halfway across the world for me to just F around and not do something with my life. So if that's what you mean by typical Pinay nerd, then yes, hello, here I am. It's me. 916 mountain_savage says someone with good intention. I do everything with good intention and I don't say that to like boost myself, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have been in mindsets before, you know, I'm sure every high school girl thinks like wants to be petty, wants to get revenge, etc. Now I've grown up. Holding grudges hurts you more than it hurts anybody else. And so I think if you just do everything with good intention, you're gonna make yourself happier, you're gonna live a happier life. There's no point in stressing anything. Jinx_Andy says, look short as shit. So my driver's license says I'm 152 centimeters tall, which Google translates that to be 4'11.8. But I feel like, okay, like I feel like I have grown to be at least 5 feet. There's no way in hell I'm taller than like 5 feet, but I just feel like, I mean, I'm not really helping my case. I'm short as shit. Like that's just what it is. Kath.mag says your parents are strict. Yes, they were very, 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 very strict while I was growing up, but now they've kind of just loosened up a little bit. Just a little bit. Jason_Haru, looking at you, says another pretty gal trying to be famous. Look, we're gonna have a conversation real quick, okay? The idea of fame stresses me out. The only reason that I do YouTube now is that it's because it's something that I had started when I was 17 years old, and I started it because I needed a pastime. Because my parents were so strict, I was never allowed to go out, I was never allowed to hang out with friends, I was never, like, I just always had to be home. That's just the thing. And so that's how I started. I started this as a hobby. Not once did I ever think I would have made it this far, and by this far I mean have 130,000 subscribers, which to me is more than I could ever say that I ever thought I could get, that I wanted to get. I appreciate each and every one of you, but fame is not my end destination, nor has it ever been. I appreciate that you think I'm pretty, but if I really wanted to be famous, bet Bet. I would put my all into this, you know? I would get a manager, I would get a publicist, I would move to LA. Like, there's no stopping me. I've built this up since I was 17, and I have an audience that I have grown with, that I like talking to, and that's why I do this, not for the fame. Fatima Hai says, you were a low-key wild girl in your younger days. That is 100% false. I didn't have my first alcoholic beverage until I was legal, which in Canada I think is like 19. Maybe I was 18, about to turn 19. I don't know. I had never done drugs. I still don't do drugs. I was a very good girl. I listened to my parents. I did everything they told me to. I never went out. I never snuck out. I didn't go on trips. I was very, very, very tame, and that's probably why I'm a big old loser now. I would just rather curl up in bed at 9 p.m. than to go out to a party. So okay guys, thank you so much for sending in your assumptions, and also thank you for not ripping me a new asshole and like hurting my ego and making me cry and then quit YouTube forever. If you guys have time, I do have an Instagram account. It is just @thatlinguistic, the same handle as my YouTube. I would like it if you guys dropped by, said hello, maybe followed, I don't know. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!
Natural disasters, my baby has been around for me. Kingdoms are falling, angels be calling. None of that could ever